What's up, you guys? It's your girl, Baby Z, and Baby Dray. No, I'm just kidding. Nah, it's me and Drayden. It's been a while since I've recorded, done an update, whatever you want to call it. I'm just here just to talk for a quick second. We will be starting our videos. We'll be making videos more often now, just to be a little bit more active on the account now that we have Drayden. And you know, we're still trying to figure stuff out as far as a schedule and things like that. But anyway, I guess I'll just talk about postpartum and after post-delivery type things. If you guys hear a rattling sound, it's because Drayden is just getting over a huge cold. And if you hear me sniffling, it's because he gave his cold to me. So anyway, after delivery, I had to get stitches. I got stitches like where the perineal area is, and I don't know how many I got. I just know I got stitches. The doctor said it wasn't that bad. She said it was a 2nd-degree tear, but I mean, it seemed like she had a lot to sew down there, or whatever you want to call it, suture. And I also split at the top, like my clit area. This video may or may not be a little TMI, but hey, I'm just telling you what I went through or whatever. But after that, I didn't feel anything. I was on epidural, but after that whole process, you know, I didn't feel anything. I was in the bed for a while. The epidural did kind of wear off kind of fast. So when I first went to the bathroom, I did not feel anything down there. It was not hurting or anything like that. The time that I was in the bath at the hospital, when I went to the bathroom, it didn't really hurt. But I think the 2nd or 3rd day when I went to the bathroom, it was kind of like a discomforting, kind of stinging feel, but it wasn't like too bad. It was really bad when I had to get up to walk, or when I had to sit down. That was really the only time that it really hurt. And it was crazy because it didn't really feel like it was that bad, you know, first getting over it, but it was just like, I think a couple days after being home and having to get up with him and stuff, that's when it really hurt. Like when I had to walk at a certain pace to try to get his bottles made or whatever, it really hurt. Other than that, as of today, bless you, I'm not really hurting. It's a little discomfort sometimes, like when I go to the bathroom, but I guess it's all a part of the process. I think I'm a month postpartum. As far as my stomach, it's still kind of like flabby. I look like I'm like 4 months pregnant now. It's like very jiggly and stuff. Oh yeah, I lost like 24 pounds. Breastfeeding, I feel like that plays a part into it. They do say that when you're breastfeeding, you lose a lot of weight. Along with that, breastfeeding is no joke. I mean, from the beginning, I kind of knew that breastfeeding was going to be like a job. It was going to be a lot on me, but to actually go through it, it is a lot. Like, I ended up, when I left the hospital, I got mastitis. Mastitis, for those of you who don't know, is basically like a breast infection from when your milk ducts or whatever inside of your breast are inflamed. So it gets really irritated and you get red splotches on your breast and you start getting like fevers and the chills, your body aches and stuff like that. So I ended up getting mastitis. I had to get put on antibiotics and it was just crazy. It was just a lot. And then, you know, The thing with breastfeeding is you have to basically stay on a consistent schedule, and if you're off that schedule and your body can't handle it, it hits really hard. Like, it's no joke. That's one thing I would say about breastfeeding. Like, and I was actually this close to quitting breastfeeding, but you know, I had to get a lot of help from breastfeeding consultants and things like that, and they helped a lot. And basically it was just to the point where I make an overproduction of milk. I make a lot of milk, and it was to the point where it wouldn't make sense to me to even go to formula, because the time that it took for me to get rid of my milk, you know, I might as well should have still been, you know, breastfeeding or whatever. So I just went on ahead and kept doing that. Along from the breastfeeding, I am tired. I don't get no sleep. So like, Drayden's like on an every 2 to 3 hour schedule with his eating, but sometimes he's like on a strict every 2 hours. So at nighttime it's kind of hard to really get rest, and I pump every 3 to 4 hours. I'm trying to push it to 4 hours, so I kind of have like that grace period from after I feed him. I have like an hour or two before I have to, you know, start getting ready to breastfeed or whatever. So yeah, I mean, but you know, after a while, the whole sleep thing doesn't really bother you. Just realize, you know, it's just a part of the process, and you just gotta accept it. And you know, when Denzel's home or whatever, you know, we take turns and things like that. So that's a plus, a bonus, whatever you want to call it. He, for the most part, sleeps in his crib. He really loves his boppy. Another thing we learned about him is that he likes to sleep on his stomach, but he's too young, so he can't really sleep on his stomach by himself. So yeah, let's see. I feel like it's so much, but like, maybe I should have written some of this stuff down. Y'all, it's been a while, so just throwing something together so that y'all can see what we've been going through and how he's been doing. For those who may be first-time moms, or you know, going through this, or feel like they're alone, you know, postpartum, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, it can be different for everybody. It can be really hard on you, it can be really easy. I guess it just depends on the person. Me personally, I feel like postpartum was kind of like a roller coaster. You know, I'm still recovering. I still have my days where I bleed here, and you know, and I'm like really sore and achy, but you know, it's different for everybody. And you know, if you're breastfeeding, I would say to talk to the breastfeeding consultants as much as possible. You know, I was really on the verge of quitting, and you know, they kind of helped me see ways around, you know, from the problems that I was having. So that's a good thing. Okay, and apart from like the whole postpartum thing, people are always just like, oh well, postpartum is worse than the actual pregnancy. It may be, but at the end of the day, it's worth it. And you know, with a situation like us, we'll take being tired, exhausted, stuff like this, and to be able to like have the child here, that's all that matters. You know, because some of us aren't as fortunate to have a baby to make or anything like that. I mean, I don't mean to get so serious on y'all, but I mean, that's true, because you know, a lot of people are like that. Like, you know, when you get in the last trimester, you're just like, oh, I want this baby out of me. And it's just like, yep, having a after having the baby can be, you know, a little tough, but it's just like, it's worth it. So, but other from that, another thing about postpartum, like, I don't know about anybody else, but like, after I got home, I really just did not really feel like being bothered. Like, nothing towards anybody, but it's just like, when you're home and you're tired and everything, you just don't really want any company. And I've had a couple people who wanted to come, and I just wasn't really in the mood for company. And I'm not even gonna lie, you know, I just went on ahead and said I don't really want any company today. And I mean, it is what it is. And you know, and the people I've told, they seem to respect it. So, you know, I don't think anybody took it personally. I mean, but then again, some people may not understand that. So sometimes you just gotta let those people know, like, when you first come home from the hospital, you still trying to recover and have that time with your baby. So yeah. But other from that, baby Drayden is 1 month. He's 1 month. Look at him. Look at him. He always trying to eat my face, my neck. He be doing that to Denzel too. Like, he nurses sometimes. So like, when he's holding him, he'll try to like nurse on Denzel. It's hilarious. But he's 1 month. He's 9 pounds and 1 ounce. And he's 21 inches. And he is a baby with many, I wouldn't say personalities. He has a lot of facial expressions. I know if you guys follow us on social media, you can see all the pictures that we post up of him making these crazy faces and things like that. So yeah, I just can't wait for you guys to tune in and be with us and watch him grow and watch us do these videos and things like that. It's gonna be really fun, and just happy and looking forward to it. But other than that, it was just a short little video, just trying to restart things back up. You know, trying to get back into the groove of things. It's gonna be a little hard with, you know, Drayden, but we're gonna try to get back consistent for real. We don't really have a schedule yet. I'm not gonna make any commitments to any schedule right now, to any schedules right now. So when we make videos, we'll post it. Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. Y'all just be on the lookout. And we will see you guys in the next video. Say bye. Say bye. He's not having it with the sunlight in his face. Bye.